In this video, I'm going to show you how to create and reset your custom settings on the Nespresso Vertuo Next. I'll show you how to connect the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and I'll also be giving you some tips on cleaning the Vertuo Next machine. So let's get started. The Nespresso capsules come in preset sizes, but you can stop the coffee flow early if you wanted to. So I'm going to insert my capsule, which is 150 ml. Press the start button. And if I want to stop it early, I'm just going to push the button once and this will stop the coffee flow. It does take a couple of seconds for it to stop. So just to show you very quickly, I only have a small amount in here, probably about an ounce. Now, if I want to top up my coffee, I need to push the button within 45 seconds. I don't understand the purpose of this. I don't know if it's to give you 45 seconds to add something to your coffee and then continue the coffee flow. If you lose your 45-second window and you want to top up your coffee again, you're going to need to take out the capsule and put it back in the machine and run the coffee flow again. And if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I bring out videos every week. And here is the rest of the coffee, and you can see the difference between the first cup and the second cup. The crema from the first cup seems a lot darker, and I'm just wondering if this was just a waste of a capsule, because your second cup of coffee is not going to taste the same as the first cup of coffee. So if you wanted to change the amount of coffee that comes out of each capsule, you can create your own setting. Pop in the capsule and lock the lid. Push and hold the button until you reach the amount of coffee that you'd like. But remember that for every capsule of that size, so for example, I'm using 230 ml, every capsule of 230 ml will change regardless of the flavor. The machine will now detect this water level for that capsule size. If you wanted to remove that setting and restore it back to its original setting, open the lid and inject the capsule. With the lid unlocked, you need to press the button 5 times. The button will blink orange while it's resetting itself and then turn into a steady white light once it's ready. Now I'm just going to throw this in here because I just had a thought of how the machine needs to reset itself, knowing which capsule to reset. So if you have your own custom settings set for 2 or 3 of the different size capsules, the machine needs to know which capsule it's resetting itself to. I'm assuming you need to have that capsule size in the machine's memory for it to reset it. So if you have custom settings set for an 80 ml and custom settings set for a 230 ml, and you want to restore the setting back for the 230 ml, you need to put a 230 ml in the machine, let the machine get that information in its memory, and then eject that capsule so the machine knows which capsule size it's restoring. I hope that makes sense. I just had a thought about it. I should have tested it out. I'm sorry, I totally forgot. But that's what I'm assuming. If anybody else has any other theories, then maybe drop us a comment below. But that's what I'm thinking. So now moving on to the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connection. The instruction manual does say that it works on both iPhone and Android devices. So once you've installed the Nespresso app, click on this little machine icon in the top right corner. First, I'll tell you to add a machine by pairing your Nespresso machine. Keep your smart device within 10 centimeters of the machine, or even place it on top of the machine if you can. If you can't get it to pair, then a couple of things you can try. So first, go into your settings and then into Nespresso, and then make sure that the Bluetooth is switched on. I'm using an iPhone. If you have an Android, there may be some slightly different steps. And also in your privacy settings, check that your Bluetooth is switched on for Nespresso, or go into the actual Bluetooth settings on your device and switch that on manually. Luckily, I managed to get mine to work, but it does seem like a lot of people are having issues pairing their device with their machine. Anyway, drop us a comment below and let us know if you got it to work. Okay, click on Wi-Fi status and it's going to ask you to log into your Nespresso account. So go ahead and do that. And then you can connect your Wi-Fi. Okay, so this will take you into the machine details. So let's see, we have functioning status is okay, Wi-Fi status is connected, water status is saying okay. I'm wondering what the purpose of having the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi feature is. So I don't see anything on here that's going to tell me any details about my coffee, or if it's going to prepare my coffee or give me an option to start making my coffee. but I wonder if the water level option will help me. So right now it's showing water status is okay. If I click on it, it's telling me enough water level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty out my water tank, and I wonder if it's going to tell me. So if I go back into it and click on water status, it's still showing me okay. If I click on that, it's telling me enough water level. And no, it's not even telling me that I need to refill my water tank. So I really don't know what the purpose of this app is, other than you may get a notification to tell you when to descale, and I think you can reset your factory settings as well, but that's about it. You definitely don't need it to operate the machine. So don't worry if you guys can't connect to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, because you're really not missing out on anything. It's such a useless feature to me anyway. Nespresso does say that the feature is so that it can update software. The machine is not digital as such, so I really don't know what kind of software it wants to update. If anybody has any theories they want to share, feel free to drop a comment below. And you don't need to connect your Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to be able to use any of the other features within the app, like order coffee or check where the nearest Nespresso boutique is. So at this point I'm going to say it's a pretty useless feature, and I'm really sorry that I've spent so much time on it, but I wanted to show you that you're really not missing out on anything by not connecting the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So let's move away from this, and I can show you some cleaning tips which will come in handy for you, trust me. For descaling the Nespresso Vertuo Next, I'm just going to leave steps in my description box for you guys to follow. I don't want to make my video too long, so I'd rather give you other cleaning tips instead. It's a good idea to run a clear water brew so that you can get rid of the coffee deposits that may be stuck inside the machine. Place a jug or a container underneath and press the button 3 times within 2 seconds. If it blinks orange twice and then back to a steady white light and no water flows out, then check your capsule container and make sure that it's empty. So I'm going to remove that. Open the lid and make sure that there's no capsules inside as well. Close and lock the lid. Press the button 3 times within 2 seconds and it should work this time. It'll take about 25-30 seconds for the water to start coming out. So you definitely want to run a clear water brew just to get rid of all the yucky stuff that's in there. I usually run about 8 ounces or until I can see the water clear, and then I manually stop the cleaning process by pushing the button. And it does take a few seconds for the water flow to stop before you see a steady white light, and then the machine is ready to use. And just to show you what I mean, here's all the coffee bits that came out of there, and also you can see the color of the water. Okay, now let's take a look inside the coffee machine. So if you open the lid, and inside you'll see this little cup here. Now this doesn't come out, but if you can see, it's full of liquid in here. So I can't take it out, so I'm just going to take a paper towel to it and I'm going to soak up all this liquid. And here you'll see just how much stuff that is in there. See all of that? Pretty gross. And if you don't clean this out, this is all going into your coffee, by the way. So give that a good clean and then wipe it all down as well. And also wipe around the edges as well, because if you see there are some liquid spots on here that have dried up a little bit. So it's a good idea just to give the machine a wipe down on the inside as well, maybe at the end of the day. Okay, let's take a look at the underside of the top lid. And here you can see there's a lot of coffee stuck on here. So this is where all your needles are that pierce the coffee pod. And you can see that there's a lot of coffee stuck in here. You might want to move this around a little and try and clean up all of the coffee deposits that are stuck in there. So you can see it all just coming onto my finger here. So you definitely want to give this a wipe down as well, because otherwise this is all just going to build up in there, and then all of these pieces are just going to be falling into your coffee. You really don't want to be having days old coffee grinds mixing in with your coffee every day, so make sure to wipe this down. And by the way, this is all after I ran the clear water, so I'm surprised that there's still so much stuff stuck inside the machine here. And when you're emptying the capsule container, don't forget to empty out the drip tray as well. There's a lot of liquid sitting in there. And also wipe down inside the machine where the container sits. Alright guys, I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to leave a like or a comment, and I hope to catch you in my next video.